Hi, and welcome to another exciting series, this time on global challenges and opportunities. My name is Adil Anwar, and I'd like to welcome you to this series whereby I will be sharing with you the key challenges that we face in the 21st century. And this essentially originated from my travels across various parts of the globe whilst I was doing my PhD. And I was really fortunate and blessed to have traveled almost over 15 countries and over 60 places. And from that, through my travels, I was able to engage with people from all walks of life, and I was keen to find out from them what are the key challenges that they're facing day to day. And at the same time, I was trying to work out what were the opportunities from an entrepreneurship point of view, and what would be the solutions to alleviate the suffering. And so, what the purpose of this series is essentially to give the social entrepreneurs a gist of what is going on out there in the around the world, and for them to give them a focus on what opportunities that they should be looking to exploit. In other words, they will be doing things that will be adding value and being an asset to humanity, adding value to society rather than detracting from society and becoming more of a liability. And so my journey has taken me through various parts of the world, and whilst on my travels, I was journaling in my mind, so subconsciously, but I was also journaling practically, physically. And what I'd realized is one fine day, I'd come across a diagram, and that diagram was from the World Economic Forum, and that beautifully summarized for me pretty much all the problems that people were mentioning. You know, so from this diagram, I mean, the key takeaways are that essentially in this century there are four key main global challenges that we have to face. One is rising greenhouse gas emissions linked to climate change. Secondly is unsustainable population growth. Thirdly, chronic fiscal imbalance, i.e., this notion of the rich getting richer, the poor getting poorer, and critical systems failure, i.e., the technologies that we have, although they're amazing and although they allow us to have great leverage, they do have their limitations. They're very fragile, and this is something I'll discuss. I mean, it only takes. I remember an instance when I was in UK. Now that I've moved back to Pakistan, there was this case whereby the HSBC bank had stopped working for a while, and um, I remember I was in the Adidas shop, and Adidas, and basically I was purchasing some boots, and I put my card into the machine, and it kept declining the payment. And so that was only a small micro incident, but I mean, if you'd scale that up to a global thing, I mean, for example, economic meltdown, these systems are very fragile, although they're good, they're extremely fragile. And so, in a nutshell, these are the four key issues, and these revolve around this notion of a global governance failure. So, global governance is also something that is questionable, but we can park that aside for now because regardless of whether there is this this movement towards a global governance and this notion of a new world order movement, regardless, the problems are there. So, regardless of your opinion on the matter, these problems persist, and these problems need to be resolved. And so I will be going into much detail in these areas, particularly the rising greenhouse gas emissions, unsustainable population growth, and chronic fiscal imbalance. Critical system failure, not so much so, as there's not that much to it, to be honest. I mean, it's more got to do with technology and the the lack of robustness to technology. I guess. Um, so will be the core topics that I will be covering, and I hope you will enjoy this series just like you've enjoyed the previous series that I've done. And I look forward to interacting with you, and I look forward to your feedback and comments as we go along. Thank you.